thing where I would like come home and we had like 5 Lamborghinis and I'd come home and they'd all be gone. If he was in an episode and I'd be like, oh, wait, where's all our cars? Like my new car. And it would be like, oh, he gave them away to all of his friends. And then I'd be like, huh, okay. And then I'd come home again. And at a different point, we had, 5 more Lamborghinis. And
Looks like Kim Kardashian just couldn't stand being out of the headlines because she went on Call Her Daddy and started spilling all the secrets she's been dodging for years. And honestly, this might be the wildest interview she's done in a long time. She opened up about those Travis Barker rumors, that cringy Justin Bieber photo shoot, and even hinted at Kanye West supposedly going months without seeing his kids. Yeah, we're going there. Let's start with the Justin Bieber situation. Kim was asked to name a moment when she should have been canceled but somehow wasn't, and she brought up that infamous photo shoot. Remember? She was 30, Justin was 16, and they were posing like a couple.
What is something you probably should have gotten canceled for but didn't?
I know what it is, and I think I'm going to get canceled if I say it. I don't know who approved this, and I don't know who thought that this was normal, that I did a photo shoot with Justin Bieber, and he was 16 years old, and I don't know how old I was, and it was like a play. His girlfriend was there, his parents, it was like nothing creepy at all, but like that's the one thing that I feel like, he's like a good dear friend of ours and the whole family. Who thought that that was a good idea? I must have been 30 years old.
I could see that getting murky.
But it was a story of the teacher and the student, the graduate. Just feel like that was nothing ever weird, was obviously happening. I think that was like an odd concept, and why none of us thought that that was odd at the time.
I'm not saying anything happened, but come on, that's a weird look no matter how you spin it. And then Justin said, I have Kim on BlackBerry Messenger. Oh my gosh, throwback. And we talk all the time. Like, what's a 16-year-old doing chatting with a grown Kim Kardashian? Even the host, Alex, thought Kim was about to talk about her feud with Taylor Swift. She literally said, a whole nation against her, like the Swifties. Everyone online caught that too. But instead, Kim brought up this Bieber mess, and people were side-eyeing it hard. One person said their mind went to the nobody wants to work these days fiasco instead. Yeah, that disaster never dies. Honestly, Kim probably just wanted the clout back then. Let's be real. Justin was the new pop prince, and she wanted a piece of that spotlight. But now that she's dragging old stuff back up, it just looks awkward all over again. And now, let's talk about Kourtney's husband, Travis Barker.
In the past, have you ever hooked up with Travis Barker?
No, I never have. Absolutely. That I do not mind you asking.
Okay.
I never have. And that really sucks that has gone on. But he dated Paris and we were all friends and we'd all like hang out. And when I was with Paris, we'd be on the road and go to like their tour in Amsterdam. And like, so I have been friends with him, but never like in that way, and never hooked up with him.
Did you have any heads up that you were going to be in his memoir, like reference as the crush?
No.
Okay.
No. But it would say that we never hooked up. I don't think he would allude to that information, But also Kourtney was around during that time. So like they were neighbors for a decade. So like when everyone was all hanging, like he was always around with his kids. They'd always come to Kourtney's house for all the birthdays. So it was like everything was super like open and cool, and like one's been friends. He was just as good of friends with them as he was with all of us. So it was nothing weird.
Because this part, it's messy. I'm actually glad Kim's finally speaking on it, but whether she's telling the full truth or not, that's a whole other story. So Travis Barker really went there in his book, and it's wild. He openly wrote about hanging out with Kim Kardashian, yes, his future sister-in-law. In his words, Kim and I started hanging out. We went to dinner, we went to lunch. You might think I would be doing the worst things with this girl because of her tapes, he wrote, but it was the exact opposite of any other encounter I've ever had with a woman. I guess I typically treat women like trash, with With Kim, I wanted to be nothing but a gentleman to her. It was so weird. We were around each other a lot. We used her in ad campaigns for Famous. He even said she came over to his house to swim and they watched the 4th of July fireworks together. Like, seriously. That's not casual hangout energy, that's date night behavior. He wrote, "We'd be really sweet around each other like little kids. And then when we were apart, she'd call me and say, 'I want to see you again.' That sounds way more than friendly, Kim. And honestly, how awkward must that be for Kourtney? Her husband once had a full-blown crush on her sister. Imagine those family dinners. Like, is he looking at Kim across the table, remembering all that? But of course, Kim's playbook is always the same. Deny, deny, deny. Let's be real. Publishing lies like that isn't something you can just brush off. Travis isn't some random blogger. This is his book. There's no way he or his publishers would risk a defamation mess with Kim Kardashian unless it was true. And the part that really seals it? He mentioned their Amsterdam trip, the one where he went bike riding with her. So, yeah, Kim can try to spin it however she wants, but it's written in black and white. And she knows exactly how to PR her way around it. This part of Kardashian history is just plain uncomfortable. Like, you can feel the tension. The way Kim handled those questions almost sounded like she was ready to confess something, but chose every single word like a lawyer. Did she actually sleep with Travis Barker? Maybe not. Did they kiss or fool around? Could be. Did they flirt? Definitely feels like it. And let's be honest, Kim knew he had a crush on her, no question about it. She's clearly protecting her sister, but it's giving damage control. Even Paris Hilton distanced herself from Kim for a while, and now it all makes sense. If Travis was seeing Paris first and then got close to Kim, that's messy. No wonder their friendship blew up back then. And just imagine Kourtney reliving this drama every time it's brought up. That's gotta be awkward beyond belief. I actually wonder if Kourtney and Travis ever sat down and had a real one-on-one about this. Like, come on, that's a serious elephant in the room. Someone in the comments nailed it saying, "I can't explain it, but Kim seems so cold in this interview. Like there's no emotion, just pure stone." And yeah, it's true. She looks totally detached, almost like she's rehearsed this in front of a mirror. Another viewer said, "I love Kim, but I don't believe her. Honestly, same here." Then she moved on to Kanye.
What was it for you that was the final straw that actually got you to be like...
I don't know if it was like, you know, there was just a lot of things that I wouldn't deal with, you know, like, I didn't like the feeling of like, you know, someone being like maybe talking bad about, you know, my kids' grandmother, aunts, like all of those feelings. If someone feels that way, then, you know, we shouldn't be together, you know, maybe airing out a lot of stuff, a lot of personal stuff, just not feeling safe, you know, not even physically, just like maybe emotionally or even, you know, financially, because you have, you know, big ideas that financial things when you, it's like a thing where you, I mean, I would like come home and we had like 5 Lamborghinis and I'd come home and they'd all be gone, you know, if he was in an episode, and I'd be like, oh wait, where's all our cars? Like my new car. And it would be like, oh, he gave them away to all of his friends. And then I'd be like, huh, okay. And then I'd come home again, and at a different point we had, you know, 5 more Lamborghinis, and then I'd wake up in another episode and they'd all be gone again. And that time I was like, keep them, guys.
We talk about the state of you and Kanye's co-parenting relationship.
What do you think co-parenting with Kanye West is like?
Well, yeah, I guess that's what I'm curious. I'm wondering, how are you doing and how much is on you, Kim?
It's not easy. But I mean, I raise the kids, you know, full time. They live with me, and I welcome a great, healthy relationship with my kids and their dad. And I think, you know, he knows that. I push for it all the time. but I also protect them when, you know, it's time for that, and it goes in waves and phases, and it's, you know, a lot of work.
When was the last time Kanye saw the kids?
Whenever he'll call for them and ask. It's probably been a couple months since we've heard from him, but.
And whew, that part hit heavy. Kim said Kanye's not really in the picture right now, and it's sad. He's out in Spain with Bianca, living in his own world, while the kids are basically being raised by Kim alone. The fact that she paused so long before answering, that says everything. It's heartbreaking that he only shows up when it boosts his image, then disappears when real parenting is needed. Someone pointed out that Kim says so much by saying so little, and they're right. She's calculated, but at least give her credit. She's holding it down for those kids. Still, this interview is gonna stir chaos behind closed doors, especially with Kourtney watching it. And seeing how Alabama Barker throws wild parties at their house, you just know family boundaries aren't exactly solid right now. This whole situation screams trouble. Someone else said Kim's really holding back from dragging Kanye, even though she totally could. And honestly, that's rare. It's like she's mastered the art of staying calm while everyone's expecting her to explode. You can tell she's trying to stay graceful, even when she has every reason not to. But let's talk about that Justin Bieber part again, because it was surprising to see Kim acknowledge how wrong that photo shoot was. You almost never see celebrities admit when they crossed a line, especially when it's something so inappropriate. Seeing her reflect on that years later actually made her seem a bit more self-aware. Refreshing, right? Or maybe just damage control. Now, about the Travis Barker thing, I'm calling total nonsense. If there wasn't that awkward family link through Kourtney, Kim might have actually opened up more. But you can tell she's walking on eggshells. It's not just Kourtney she'd have to answer to. Paris Hilton would probably have something to say too. And if the rumors are true that Paris was with Travis first, then her closet assistant, Kim, got involved with him after. Yeah, that explains a lot of that old tension. Anyway, I really want to know what you guys think about this whole situation. Do you think Kim's telling the truth or playing it safe again? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'll be reading. And before I go, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to Star Watch. Don't miss the next video because the drama's only getting crazier from here.